Across Cameroon today, the sound of marching boots, waving flags and cheering crowds told one story. Unity is not just a slogan here, it is the shield and the foundation. Under the theme National Unity, backbone of our defense system, bedrock of Cameroon's development, the country marked its 54th National Day with military parades, cultural displays and citizens from all 10 regions standing as one. Hello there, today is the 20th of May 2026 and this is News Hour for you. It is a presentation of Frida Leina. As we told you in one of our top stories, the city of Buea today hosted the main regional commemoration of Cameroon's 54th National Day celebration at the Independence Square, where officials, security forces, students and civil society groups gathered to celebrate national unity under the theme National Unity, backbone of our defense system, bedrock of Cameroon's development. Details with Nanga Sonia.
The official theme prescribed for this 54th edition set a definitive tone for the day. National unity, backbone of our defense system, bedrock of Cameroon's development. Here in Buea, that synergy was fully visible. The parade ground transformed into a sea of green, red and yellow, serving as a powerful reminder of the 1972 unitary state referendum. Local administrative authorities led the dignitaries, overseeing an event that combined strict institutional protocol with overwhelming public enthusiasm. Opening the active parade segment was a stark display of sovereign strength. Ground troops and paramilitary contingents took charge of the asphalt. Impeccably dressed units from the National Gendarmerie, the Army, and National Security led the charge, flanked by the Penitentiary Administration, Customs, and Forestry Services. Their heavily synchronized footsteps and precision motorized assets showcased a high state of operational readiness, sending a reassuring message of stability to the population. Following the active forces, the emotional high point of the military parade arrived with the passage of the ex-servicemen. Walking with distinct dignity, these veterans received a standing ovation from the stands. Their presence served as a living bridge to the past, reminding the younger generations the immense sacrifice required to secure and sustain Cameroon's peace and territorial integrity. The atmosphere shifted from solemn security to vibrant pageantry as the civilian march took center stage. Led by humanitarian Red Cross volunteers and the Scout movement, the educational sector deployed in massive numbers. Primary schools, secondary institutions and universities brought an undeniable energy to the square. Their vibrant uniforms and coordinated steps highlighted a collective commitment to civic responsibility and national integration. A major highlight of this civilian parade was the robust participation of legalized political parties, showcasing a unified front despite diverse ideological learnings. The SDF, whose leadership and supporters marched with elegance, emphasized social justice within a united state, followed by the historic UPC, who also made a prominent showing. Their banners evoking the deep ancestral root of Cameroon's struggle for total unification. Militants of the ruling CPDM turned out in massive, colorful delegations chanting songs of national development. Adhering strictly to the official timeline, the final civilian contingent declared the square at exactly 1 p.m., bringing all us close to the march past segment. As the echoes of the parade fade, the message echoing from the Independence Square remains clear. For the people of Buea and the wider nation, unity is not just a concept. It remains the ultimate shield for Cameroon's defense and development.
Denizens of Buea have been called upon to uphold the values and core that strengthens national building. The call was made by officials during the commemoration of the 54th edition of National Unity Day at the Buea Independence Square. Natalie Njuma has the details.
Boya, chief town of the southwest region, joined the rest of Cameroon today to mark the 54th edition of the National Unity Day under the theme National Unity, Backbone of Our Defense System, Bedrock of Cameroon's Development. The ceremony at the Independence Square drew military officials, traditional rulers, administrators, students, and civilians. Officials used the occasion to call on citizens to uphold discipline, integrity, and national unity.
L'armée de terre et quand pas de l'armée, c'est
Well, violence, right, Claudia?
c'est ça.
All right.
C'est toujours l'université de Boya qui est là. Ça nous montre.
Students from secondary and higher institutions of learning lined up alongside contingents from the gendarmerie, police, forest guard and civil defense, as well as political parties to showcase patriotism and nation building. The event was presided over by the governor of the Southwest region, Bernard Okalia Bilai, on behalf of the head of state. After inspecting the troops, he awarded medals to some deserving citizens who have contributed to the growth of the region. The national parade itself was a display of this year's theme, National Unity, Backbone of Our Defense System, Bedrock of Cameroon's Development, and a deliberate show of diversity with unity. Youth groups on their part also took the floor as they used the platform to pledge support for civic education programs in the schools and nationwide. The governor closed the ceremony by urging citizens to avoid hate speech, respect constituted authority, and participate in community cleanup and civic education drives aimed at unifying and supporting the growth of the Southwest region and Cameroon at large.
Primary, secondary and higher institutions of learning have answered present at today's civilian march parade at the Boya Independence Square. Honorin Cheng recounts that the weather smiled at the celebration while the colors green, red and yellow dominated Clark's Quarters grandstand in the following report.
Green, red, yellow. These are the colors that have dominated the civilian march parade today at the Independence Square as schools from the primary, secondary and the higher institutions of learning turned out.
Today is all about unity and we have been teaching them about unity. So we came out today to represent the unity.
The excitement was palpable and the joy undescribable.
I'm happy to be here today to represent my country as a good citizen of Cameroon. I've taken Fulore, Yaourt, and I'm still planning to eat more. As you can see, my friends are behind me. We're planning to rock the place.
School authorities say 20th May celebration is a grand moment to focus on national unity, peace and love.
After this, our rector gave us some time so we can interact with the various schools which came to join us in this March Past celebration.
Today's activities fluctuate from person to person.
The March Past was so exciting and it was a very good experience for all of us. After this, we'll just go and sit to celebrate at 20th May and we'll wait again for next year.
Today's activities fluctuate from person to person, except this day will forever remain significant for students.
As we interact, we learn new things, meet new people, and we get to learn things that we don't learn in school. Interacting with people teaches us things that you will never learn in the four walls of the classroom, and I think that's the reason why we are here today.
From government to private and mission schools, they're all answered present, displaying beautiful colors flanked in their uniforms. This day brings back sweet memories from yesteryear.
Yesteryears, when we were celebrating 20th May, this Bongo Square would have no space. Children will be there, so many children.
These youths indeed are the future of tomorrow, reason why they keep studying to prepare for greater exploits.
What I'm holding in my hand is called the Clamastan and I'm representing the science club. I'm a science student. This Clamastan is also used to hold a burette and we're using the lab for titration.
This is a greater call for massive participation next year.
Those that couldn't make it here due to one or two reasons, whether timidity or health issues, I would like to encourage them and pray for those that are sick.
While Bongo Square excites, Boya is screaming to the tunes of drums, flutes, and trumpets while chanting songs of national unity.
Still about May 20 commemoration, the military took pride of place at the 54th National Day celebration in Boya, delivering a flawless display of discipline, professionalism and patriotism before the governor of the Southwest region. Commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Z. Bekala George Stefan, commander of the 21st Command and Support Battalion, the troops demonstrated the strength and readiness of Cameroon's defense and security forces during the Grand March Past at the Independence Square. As you tell us, Kusana Claudia Voma.
The military components of the 54th National Day celebrations in Boya reflected the spirit of this year's theme, national unity, backbone of our defense system, bedrock of Cameroon's development. Presided over by the governor of the Southwest region, His Excellency Bernard Okalia Bilai, the ceremony brought together defense and security forces in a powerful demonstration of unity, discipline and commitment to the Republic.
Unity and solidarity, living together as a reality of Southwest region, Boya in particular, since the colonial days. This unity, this solidarity, this living together has allowed us to overcome the challenge of security. Today we are proud of what our region can achieve in all domains. Today we have witnessed another Sunday March Pass, wonderful match. I want to thank all the leaders, beginning from the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, the political leaders, who are doing everything to maintain the spirit of the Southwest, bedrock of national education, and the bedrock of living together.
As the official commander of troops, Lieutenant Colonel Z. Bekale George Stan, commander of the 21st Command and Support Battalion in Boya, led the military formations through a flawless parade marked by precision and professionalism. The ceremony began with military honors rendered to the governor, followed by the salute to the national flag, the singing of the national anthem, and inspection of the Guard of Honor. The military march past featured contingents from the National Gendarmerie, the Cameroon Army, National Security, the Penitentiary Administration, Customs and Forestry Services. Their synchronized movement and impeccable turnout highlighted the cohesion that exists among Cameroon's defense and security forces despite the diverse nature of their missions. Motorized units added another dimension to the parade, showcasing operational readiness and the capability of the forces to respond effectively to national security challenges. Their participation reinforced the message that a united and well-prepared defense system remains essential for safeguarding peace, stability, and national development. Throughout the ceremony, the military's display embodied the values of loyalty, sacrifice, and service to the nation. Under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Zebe George Stefan, the troops demonstrated professionalism and dedication that continue to make the armed forces a pillar for national cohesion and security. The military parade stood as a fitting illustration of this year's National Day theme, emphasizing that national unity remains the foundation of Cameroon's defense architecture and an indispensable driver of the Cameroon's progress and development.
Let's take you over to Bamuso, where National Unity Day celebration in Bamuso was marked by patriotism, unity and recognition of dedicated service as security officers. Students and administrative authorities gathered to promote national cohesion while honoring hard-working workers for their contributions to community development. Details with Lima Truth Mojoko.
The 54th National Day celebration in Bamuso commenced in a colorful atmosphere as security officers dressed in their various uniforms, proclaiming peace, unity, and national cohesion. The ceremony, which was graced by the divisional officer, the Lord Mayor of Bamuso, alongside other administrative authorities, witnessed the importance of National Youth Day. Schools from across the subdivision also took part in the march past. Pupils and students proudly represent the nation in their various school uniforms before the officials and cheering crowd.
Behind them, you have the Catholic school.
Awards were presented to workers who had served diligently in their various institutions and community. Yinkin Kang Gabriel, one of the awardees who had served for 31 years, and Bud Dennis, who had served for 37 years in the Cameroon's Development Corporation (CDC), were recognized for their hard work.
Be a President of the Republic of Cameroon, I now decorate you with a golden medal.
In the service or in the service, just encourage them. Oh, it's about how they should double their effort in work. I've served the corporation for 37 years, and I feel honored after my 37 years of service. Head of state has awarded me with a medal.
The divisional officer Chozom Leonard emphasized the importance of this year's National Youth Day team. He highlights the need for safety and peaceful environment.
Our country is depending presently so much on the defense forces, and we should know that for development to come up or come faster, we need to be in a safe and peaceful environment. So we should cooperate with the defense forces.
At the end of the ceremony, an ecumenical service was held to thank God for his protection and preserving lives. Special prayers were offered for peace, unity, and stability for the nation. Reverend Orok Martin highlights the importance of being at peace with your neighbor, then to your community.
If you don't have peace within you, you cannot encourage peace in the quarters, in the community, in your family. So the body of Christ is doing everything possible to teach the gospel of peace, so that everybody should be able to live in peace with your neighbor, because if you are living in peace with your neighbor, you'll be able to live peace in the community in which you belong.
The event ended in an atmosphere of joy and celebration, bringing residents together in unity and peace.
Lima Truth Mojoko ending that report. The political parties showed their force of experience during the Unity Day March Parade here in Boya. Mwambo Williams took a snapshot of some of the political parties present at today's commemoration of May 20 at Bongo Square. Take a listen to his report.
The 54th National Unity Day at the Independence Square, the heart of the Southwest region, beats as one. And the message on every banner, every uniform, and every face is clear. One people, one nation, one destiny. But unity is not silence. It is a choir of many voices marching together. Today, those voices wore party colors and each told a story of Cameroon's political journey. First to the square was the Social Democratic Movement, SDF, the child of multi-party democracy in Cameroon, dressed in their popular green and white with their balance of power banners, born in Bamenda's Sarekun Park and baptized in tear gas. Then came the Union de Population du Cameroon, UPC, the party older than the flag itself. They march in red, not fashion, but for memory. Red, they say, is the blood of the martyrs, watered the tree of independence. Through martyrs like Omyobe, killed in 1958, the one who spoke for the people, Felix Roland Momi, poisoned in Geneva in 1960, and Ernest Rwandi, executed in 1971. In Boya, the UPC reminded the nation that unity was paid for, not proclaimed. At the tail end came the Cameroon's People Democratic Movement, CPDM. They didn't come as one, they came as three, like Eva fed by streams. The CPDM men and women in party fabric signified in discipline, The WCPDM, the women's wing, vibrant in Kaba and headscarf, their steps said, "We are the women of the nation." The YCPDM, the youth wing, energetic, like saying, "The future is now, not tomorrow." 54 years after the referendum, Boya answered a question: "Can we disagree and still belong?" The feet at Bongos answered, "Yes."
Mwambo William ending that report there. Every May 20, Cameroon commemorates its National Unity Day. For many, it is a day of parades, speeches, patriotism, and flags. In the paper that follows, our history desk breaks down the story behind the date May 20 according to Cameroon's history. What happened on the day in 1972 that made it the cornerstone of Cameroon's unity? Natalie Njuma.
To understand May 20th, we take you back to how Cameroon became one. After World War I, the former German colony was split into two League of Nations mandates. France took the larger eastern part, while Britain the smaller western part bordering Nigeria. Francophone Cameroon gained independence on 1st January 1960, where British Southern Cameroon joined it on 1st October 1961 after a United Nations supervised referendum choosing to enter a federation with French Cameroon. For 11 years, Cameroon ran a federal republic. It had two states, East Cameroon and West Cameroon, each with its own parliament, government, and a decree of autonomy. The federal flag had two stars, one for each state. That changed on 20th of May 1972 when then President Amadou Ahidjo proposed a referendum to abolish the federal system and create a unitary state. The ballot asked voters if they approved the new constitution establishing a republic, one and indivisible, under the name of the United Republic of Cameroon. Out of 3.2 million registered voters, over 3.1 million voted. Official results showed that 99.99% voted yes on that day. The Federal Republic became the United Republic of Cameroon, and May 20th was declared National Day, where we celebrate today. The government at that time argued that a unitary state would consolidate national unity and speed up economic, social, and cultural development. The federal system was then seen as expensive and fragmented. For any Anglophone Cameroon, May 20, 1972 marked the end of the two-state federation agreed at Fumban in 1961. The change was symbolized when the flag lost one of its stars. Since then, May 20th has been celebrated as a day of national cohesion. The official narrative frames it as the moment Cameroon chose unity over division. It is worth noting that this day, May 20th, marks a choice made in 1972 to move from two states to one republic. For some, it was the birth of true unity. For others, the start of a struggle for recognition. Either way, May 20th remains the day Cameroon publicly asks itself what unity means. Happy National Day to all Cameroonians.
Many thanks, Natalie Njuma. If you're just tuning in, dear viewers, this is News Hour you're listening to on Royal Television. We want to take you out of the country now. In foreign news, the World Health Organization has stepped up emergency operations in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo after the country has recorded over 136 deaths and 543 suspected Ebola cases. Plus, Russian President Vladimir Putin is in China for a high-level talk with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in a closely watched visit that comes just days after Donald Trump concluded his trip to Beijing. Details with Natalie Njuma.
According to officials of the Democratic Republic of Congo, medical supplies and international experts have arrived in Bunia as authorities battle the fast-spreading Bundibugyo strain, which currently has no approved vaccine or treatment. The Democratic Republic of Congo Health Minister Samuel Roger Kamba has revealed that Over 136 deaths and about 543 suspected Ebola cases have been reported. The World Health Organization has delivered over 12 tons of emergency medical supplies to Bunia in Ituri province, the epicenter of the outbreak near the borders with Uganda and South Sudan. The shipment included personal protective equipment, infection prevention kits, fence, and medical materials for frontline health workers. More than 40 medical experts have arrived in Bunia on May 19th to reinforce the response. The outbreak has already spread beyond Ituri into neighboring provinces, including North Kivu, where suspected cases have been reported in Butembo and a confirmed case recorded in Goma, a city currently under the control of M23 fighters. Rwandan authorities have intensified health screenings and tightened movements along the border with the Democratic Republic of Congo as a deadly Ebola outbreak linked to the rare Bundibugyo strain continues to spread across the region. At the border crossing near the Congolese city of Goma, health workers are checking temperatures and screening travelers entering Rwanda. The measures come amid fears that the outbreak could spread further across East Africa. Rwanda has already restricted cross-border movement since the outbreak was confirmed. Residents in Rwanda, Rubavu district have revealed that the tighter controls are affecting livelihoods and disrupting trade. Russian President Vladimir Putin has arrived in China for high-level talks with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in a closely watched visit that comes just few days after United States President Donald Trump concluded his own trip to Beijing. The meeting highlights the delicate balancing act facing China as it works to maintain stable ties with Washington while strengthening its strategic partnership with Moscow. According to the Kremlin, Putin and Xi Jinping are expected to discuss expanding economic cooperation alongside what officials describe as key international and regional issues. The visit also marks the 25th anniversary of the Sino-Russian Treaty of Friendship, a cornerstone agreement that has shaped relationship between the two powers for decades. China has become one of Russia's most important economic livelihoods since Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. While Beijing insists it remains neutral in the war, it has continued measured trade and energy ties with Russia despite sweeping sanctions imposed by the United States and European allies. According to analysts, the visit could signal deeper coordination between Beijing and Moscow at a time of raising global tensions and shifting geopolitical alliances. The outcome of the talks is expected to be watched closely by both Western capitals and Ukraine as concerns grow over the expanding partnership between the two nuclear powers.
On to sports, the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon have been drawn in Group G of the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. This comes after the draw were conducted yesterday, May 19, in Cairo, Egypt. Sonita Ngunyi has the details.
Cameroon will begin her Pamoja journey coming 21st of September 2026 during the FIFA international window, with qualification expected to be highly competitive as only two top teams will qualify from each group to secure a place at the finals. The Lions, faced with a challenging pool, will face Congo-Brazzaville, Comoros, Namibia, all aiming for qualification to the tournament that will be jointly hosted by Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda from June 19 right up to July 17, 2027. Unlike previous qualification campaigns, there will be no best third place qualification slot, making every fixture crucial from the opening day of the qualifiers. To the head coach of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, David Pagu, he says that work will continue immediately.
Stage not easy because everything nowadays is equal because there is no simulation at football at all. So you have to concentrate to ourselves to be on top on each match. So I think that all my guys follow that role. So we are going to play each match with our force, but we respect all the opponents, Como Namibia and Congo Republic. So that's the way, that's the case we are going to about that competition. This is the state of mind will be positive. And we are the competitor. they are at the end of the season, so we are going to talk each other and then see how to manage all that competition. But first of all, I want to tell that we shown a good thing at the AFCON last year, and then at FIFA series we show another thing for on September. We are going to continue to grow that team, and then with discipline and glory to be God, because this gave at each of us talent, competence, and then you are going to apply it, you are going to express it at each match, and then we are going to play every match to win.
Meanwhile, co-hosts Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda have automatically qualified for the competition, but will still participate in the qualifier. Kenya were drawn in Group D alongside South Africa, Guinea and Eritrea, while Uganda will battle Tunisia, Libya and Botswana in Group H. Tanzania completes Group L with Nigeria, Madagascar and Guinea-Bissau. CAF has confirmed that in groups containing the host nations, only one additional team will qualify for the final, while in all other groups, including Cameroon's Group G, the top two teams will advance. The first two rounds of the qualification matches are scheduled between September 21st and October 6, 2026. Match day 3 and 4 will follow in November 2026 before the final qualification games in March 2027. For Cameroon, the mission is clear: secure one of the two available qualification spots and return to Africa's biggest football state with authority.
And still in sports, the under-17 Lions of Cameroon have said at the ongoing under-17 AFCON after defeating DR Congo 1-0 to qualify to the knockout stage of the competition. This win qualifies the team as second-best team from Group B. Once more, Sonita Ngunye.
The young Lions sealed the important win thanks to a decisive goal from Oman Songbeng in their final group stage encounter. The victory not only sends Cameroon into the last 8 of the competition, but also guarantees the team an automatic qualification ticket to the 2026 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar. Defender Georges Singale was named man of the match after an impressive defensive display. The talented young star, who plays for Limbe Bay Southwest Regional League side Bestas Academy, played a crucial role in keeping the Congolese attack silent throughout the game. Cameroon's solid defensive performance and disciplined approach ensured the Baby Lions maintained their slim advantage until the final whistle. The technical staff, led by Liam Seydou, have now successfully achieved their first objective in the tournament and are shifting focus to the next stage of the competition. Following the victory, Cameroon will now face host nation Morocco on Sunday in the quarterfinals of the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. With confidence growing in the camp, the Under-17 Lions remain determined to continue the impressive journey as they chase continental glory in Morocco.
Across Cameroon today, the sound of marching boots, waving flags and cheering crowds told one story. Unity is not just a slogan here, it is a shield and the foundation. Under the theme National Unity, backbone of our defense system, bedrock of Cameroon's development, the country marks its 54th National Day with military parades, cultural displays and citizens from all 10 regions standing as one. Dear viewers, thank you so much for being part of News Art today. Catch you tomorrow, same time, same channel for another edition. Have a good night and happy National Day, May 20, 2026.
this will be first